Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are level 57, playing as an Occultist. This is of course the Necropolis League. We're on our way to the Sarn encampment in Act 8. Not much else to do here. Defeated Arakali. We have all the Trials of Ascendancy, so we can go to the second labyrinth. Oh, one of these Flame members. Let's get out of this area. Way too many powerful enemies around here. We learned something rather unpleasant in the previous episode. Enemies can become unaffected by curses. And that does not really allow us to apply them in any way. Even with the Occultist skill point, the Ascendancy point, it still does not work. I think it's similar to the way Expedition handled immunities. Okay, who is this? Occultist? And right, in Act 8 you do not start on the ramparts.
Foulest thaumaturgy hangs in the air. I approve.
Of course, this is all Doedri is doing. Let's speak with everyone before we go to the Aspirants Plaza. We're powerful enough to deal with our labyrinth. Might as well do it sooner rather than later.
Good to see you're still soldiering on. With all these gods and past horrors wandering around Sarn, I don't assume anyone's alive and kicking these days.
We're looking for interesting pieces of gear. Honestly, I don't see anything. Just a bit of movement speed.
Bring me back something nice, huh?
Good to see you in Sarn once again. I wish that we could be greeting under fairer skies, yet this city remains clouded in strife. Talakoda.
So Sin is here. He's probably going to tell us about Doedri. Not going to fight her yet. Let's go to Aspirants Plaza. And maybe when we're done, we pay the Undertaker a visit. Somewhat curious about the crafting. I've tried...
The goddess is watching.
What I meant to say is that I haven't tried anything yet. Never even been to the morgue. Can I pass through here? Huh? And this is the Aspirant's Trial.
Oh, the weary traveler draws close to the end of the path.
Double resistances, you say?
An emperor is only as efficient as those he commands.
Oh, I just realized we're dealing with the 3 lieutenants.
Rise to the occasion. Prove yourself, you Ascendant. Were born for this. My 3 lieutenants remain. Misery loves company, I suppose.
We're gonna deal with everyone. I'm not afraid of them. So in this area we can go essentially to the east. And there's another path to the northeast.
When I'm ready and not before.
Not always 100% accurate, but if you read these, you get an idea about where you have to go. Oh, these are pressure plates. Wait, we opened the door from the other side. Somehow died as well. No, hold on. So no matter which route you take, you always open the door from the other side, forcing you to essentially run through the traps. All the traps. So we came to the wrong... wait a minute. How is that possible? Is there another exit up here? Has to be, right? Oh, we have a switch puzzle. I don't remember if we want everything to be active or inactive. No, there's just one. And one more here. Hold on. Now they're all active, right? Okay. So we need to activate all of them. That is corrupted. I was not expecting to find corrupted gear here. Maybe we can create a gem cutter's prism out of everything. So a reliquary here. I don't think we're gonna need much help for the upcoming fight.
When I'm ready, and not before.
We have the resistances, we have more than enough health. Well, maybe not more than enough. We have enough. 2000 is fine. Also have grace, which is going to help a lot. Okay, we hit the switch. Rogue's Grip. What is in here? 5 additional magic items. What type of magic items? Oh, useless magic items. Got it. Wait, what am I looking at? Is that a secret entrance? No, this leads back to the area we would have accessed if we didn't backtrack in the previous area. That's a trial.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with slowness lends strength to one's enemies.
What is going on here?
Give no quarter. the goddess. What ambition! Time is the champion of second chances.
And I suppose it doesn't matter which exit we take here. Just a normal box. So what do we have here? 2 scrolls. 2 transmutes.
When I'm ready, and not before.
So this is the Mansion Atrium. Oh, 3 possible exits. We have to pick the right one. Somehow we found the right one. Don't ask me how.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises.
So not everything is active, which is fine,
The
honestly.
Empire awaits you with open jaws.
So we have spinning discs, we have pressure plates. Do we have darts? I don't see any darts.
Claw your way to the top. The trap of tyranny is inescapable.
Not much gear for us. A lot of rare items dropped. So the Divine Font has 3% quality. We can sacrifice a gem. I don't think this is going to help us much. Only 3%. And 2 more points to invest into the Withering Presence. Gonna make gearing a bit easier because of 60% increased chaos resistance, which is not easy to come by, not at this level at least.
Sarn is changing, and so are we who live here. There, Tolman. Don't you worry. I love you. I'll think of something.
Watch yourself.
So we're selling all these, we're going to stash everything that we can. The fragments too, I should... What? Did a boss spawn in town or something? What was that? I should get rid of these contracts. We're gonna find higher level ones. In the ring we might be able to equip without any further crafting.
Hello.
No idea what is going on. So none of these are particularly useful. 21 dexterity.
Be careful.
So Doedri. We don't have a lot of physical resistance or even armor. Which means we can get one shot.
Not before.
Another one. An Exile. Come on. And that is the cesspool. Obviously, Doedric cannot be possessed. But yeah, that's about it. Chance to drop orbs of fusing. I wouldn't mind a couple more orbs of fusing. I don't think it's worth the time investment though. Not in these areas that you usually run through. If you intend to clear everything, who knows? Maybe it's worth it then. And skill to apply. Let's apply it before we activate the valve here. This is one of the tougher boss fights. Our golem is here. Let's see what the first effect is. Okay, that is very deadly.
I hate to repeatedly torture a fellow witch, but you brought this on yourself, Doedri.
Crafting recipe, and we have to dash through every single area in this act. The Grand Promenade. So the bathhouse is up next. You do not want to go up the stairs, you want to continue
ready,
this way.
and not before.
I usually prefer to follow the edge of the zone. But yeah, sometimes you run into annoying content that ends up creating pockets that lead nowhere, essentially. The narrow bridge we just crossed is usually a sign you're on the right track. I don't think I care about the gold ring. Hey, that one was using Lacerate. Is anybody even using that skill these days? I think even the developers forgot it existed. That is an abyss. We're going to just avoid it. Holy Flame Totem. Can you believe in the past people made entire league starters out of this skill? Almost there. So the bathhouse is a pretty deadly area. Waypoint is active. What can we do here? Sends to poison on hit, that is fine. The elementals I don't care about. The gargoyles are very deadly. Attack and cast speed. No, I think we're good. Okay, the extra defense is here. Need to collect an item for Hargun, even though you don't need that item to progress. Might as well do it. The exit to the next area is to the southeast.
It's dirty work, but somebody's got to do it.
Northwest and northeast contain
When I'm ready,
the trial
not
and
before.
the exit to the high gardens. I don't think you can tell which one is which, or the different layouts. My recommendation is to simply run to one side, complete what is there, and if it's the high gardens, defeat the boss and then return. The instance will still be active, so you'll be able to tell exactly where you need to go. We have a recipe for flask duration. We're gonna wait a bit for the fires to die down. Don't want to have any freak accidents.
Allow your wisdom to be tempered by the flames of the past.
So that is over. We're not going to be doing another labyrinth until we're essentially done with the campaign. Even though, I mean, you can do it whenever you want, it's usually a good idea to run the third labyrinth before you defeat Kitava, so that you don't have to deal with a further decrease in resistances. That may or may not be relevant to you, depending on your gear. Rog. So,
Hello there!
I am glad to see Rog. He will be helping us create some pretty powerful items. Everything is good about this character.
I'm Rog. I specialise in logistics and planning. I don't know how you've survived out here on your own, but I'll do what I can to support you with my supply skills. From the back, far from combat. Don't eat the mushrooms.
The voice acting is also good. And I think, of course, everything about Expedition voice acting was good. Not a single flaw with it. The new witch voice lines, some are pretty on point, the others not so much. Very inconsistent too. But let's not go on a tangent about that. Immunity to fire damage we don't care about. Expedition logbooks. Yeah, we don't really care about that either. Let's activate those. And some more chests. Right.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Stay safe.
Oh, we're done. Good. And some order artifacts. Boots. One more chest. Chromatic item. Was that a corpse? Oh, let's get out of there. There was a devout disciple. Disciple of Tangmazu. Is that a Karui thing? So the High Gardens, what about the porcupines here? Every single enemy ahead is just a headache waiting to happen. Or a trip to standard, depending on where you play. So the energy shield is fine, all damage can ignite. These are horrible. These are horrible even. More damage granted to pack members, no. So porcupines we don't want to buff in any way. Since to hinder enemies with spells, I don't think they're gonna be... Okay, the Goliaths are not using spells, unless the Spy Nova is a spell. Let's find out. Yeah, the league has been fine. The mechanic... I'm trying to remain optimistic. So the trick here is to never kill porcupines unless you have your still skin available. First use the guard skill, then deliver the killing blows. Okay. Everything died down. Fire modifiers. Okay. The Essence of Greed is gonna give us life.
Nicely.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Okay, did I try to use a skill? What was that line about? Oh, we activated the Abyss. Okay, let's take the path. Yeah, this path sounds better. Come on. The Pools of Terror. So Yugul is here after the hell you've been through to get to the boss. He's not gonna pose much of a threat to you. Okay, alright, come on. Everyone group together. Let's take a group photo.
Bugle!
And Determination. So, summon the golem
The
again.
mirrors are thus shattered.
Bugle was a cautionary tale. The only way to truly understand fear is to become it.
And we unlock the soul
I like
that
the taste
offers
of this
us
divine spark. Smooth and flavored with fear.
reduced reflected damage, chance to reflect hexes. Almost click on that portal scroll. Then I realized we have a hotkey to automate this.
These owl eyes of mine have been watching the sun goddess from afar. The sun orb lies within her temple, guarded by her most ardent devotee, an exile who, in his insanity, has taken to calling himself the Dawn. I've been
Right, dawn and
well.
dusk.
You'd suppose someone as crafty as Dodri would have kept her ugly head under wraps as soon as she saw you coming.
Cold and lightning. No, fire and lightning. Fire and lightning.
So it was that bloody scholar after all, was it? Sick bastard. Well, he's gone now, and I hope you made sure he suffered like those poor kiddies he tormented. You found them! No easy feat, I bet. How's old Hector these days? Not so good after you crossed paths with him, am I right?
And a cobalt jewel. I don't think I can use any of these. The ring, you know... Maybe the ring. We have strength. This one offers dexterity, which we already have too much of. If we make a swipe... okay, let's swap these two. Oh, honestly, we're looking good. We gain life, we gain strength, we gain lightning resistance, we're losing fire, but we're still over the cap of 75%. Cannot craft a resistance on this. Well, we can craft a prefix. Do I want any prefixes? Real shame. But alright. We can place that here and we can swap these. No, now we do not have enough fire resistance. Okay, 51 to 25 is going to give us how much life? 42 points. Okay, we can keep those then.
Come over here.
So sell those and sell those.
Don't do anything I would.
Activate the affinity, right? Yes. So this one we're gonna place right here.
Exile, you've helped me before. You can help me again, can't you?
See you.
Well, kind of. I'm not gonna bother with influence, not yet anyway. Could use a bit more damage. Or maybe some extra life. What do we want realistically?
When I'm ready, and not before.
Necromancer Circlet. Could be worth crafting. Sockets are ready. And that is the Lunaris Concourse. Enemies here are not that difficult, I'm not gonna bother with the spirits. What I want to do is slightly reduce the opacity of the map. Let me... Right. Transparency. That's better, right? Right, slightly better. Less intrusive. That is the key. How many corpses do we have so far?
What have you got for me today, Exile?
Completely lost track of these. Once we're done with the act, I think at the beginning of the next episode we're gonna pay the morgue a visit. So the key has a few annoying enemies, always stands on hit. That sounds absolutely terrible. How about the lookouts? Very low density. Was that a mirror image? Danik.
Hail.
Well, this is the fourth and final expedition member. Let's complete the event, get that out of the way.
You're naught but skin and bones, Exile. But you've made it this far. Clearly you must have some talent. The most powerful artifact in our known tales was brought to this continent by the first expedition thousands of years ago. The songs tell of it incinerating evil, purifying tainted fields, and warding off those of ill intent. We could certainly use a relic like that now, in these troubled times. Farewell.
So let's try to detonate what we can. Quantity of items, jewelry. Chaos immunities are out of the question.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Did not activate remnants, so we should be good, right?
Glorious!
So the act that Clarissa wanted, always accessible by walking on these planks. One of the easier ones to find when it comes to the side quests. So now is the tricky part. There is an area called the Resurrection Site, and there's also the path leading to the next area, which is the Grain Gate. So sometimes it's pretty straightforward to find both of these, other times not so much. What I like to do is, once I made enough progress in the area, open a portal, so that if everything goes wrong, I can use it after I reach the next waypoint, so I don't have to backtrack a lot. Somehow this feels like a dead end. That is a silver flask providing onslaught. I mean, sure. Level 58. No, never mind. So what did I find out? Okay. Discover the Grain Gate. No. We're gonna enter. And we're going to activate the waypoint. Then use the portal to try and find the resurrection site.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Should be directly across here. Not always easy to find. Where's this going to lead us? Okay.
Give it to me quickly.
Sure. We're gonna have to deal with Tolman and the zombies. Actually, the zombies are mostly here for flask charges. Wait for a second or two for all the explosions to die down, and then you can speak with Clarissa.
So stupid. Maruso didn't hide the Yunk out of shame. He hid it out of fear. Out of... Oh my. What did the Yunk really do to his wife?
We may never find out.
You should have kept him how he was. I would have.
I was out hunting food for our encampment. Like a prowling cat I was, but what I saw, marching across the ruins, made me feel like a little mouse. Gem-studded warriors pounding the earth, led by their strongest, a captain. Go with courage.
You getting there?
And all of them are in Grain Gate. We're gonna pay them a visit. Chance to suppress. Really low though. The movement speed is fine.
Don't do anything I would.
Oh, hold on.
Poor Tolman. He was never really with me, was he? Just the shell of a man I loved. See you.
So we have the book. We have one more skill point from the gemlings. Have to destroy them first. So 2 skill points to apply. We're going to apply one here, maybe a few for the movement speed. Or can start passing through here for the life. Sure. We're gonna have to grab these eventually. We're looking for entrances to warehouses.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Oh, that just loops. When you see the dead blackguard on the wall outside, you know you are in the correct warehouse. There's one here as well, which means this is the path towards the end of the zone. An imbued wand. There they are.
Still following orders after 3 centuries. I really must create some gemlings of my own.
Poor man was cut in half. And these are the Imperial Fields. A couple of Devourers here. Change to block. Yeah, that's fine. Feral Fowls. Yeah, the damage can go there. The 2 projectiles. We want on melee enemies. Physical damage, not on the lions. These are already pretty powerful. The farmers, maybe. Micromanaging these is going to get boring and annoying really fast. But I'm not being negative. Oh, what was that? Why couldn't I apply the bonus damage to the rats? I don't even see them. They don't even appear here.
Life is too precious to waste on you.
This'll do nicely, Exile. Another good find. This'll do nicely, Exile.
What do we buff? The elementals and... well, the damage reduction doesn't really matter. It's the damage mods and the projectile mods or the area of effect increases that you have to worry about. Ignore the boxes.
When I'm ready.
Could be a freezing box for all I know. Okay, we found a waypoint. So the path also splits around here, and I think this is going to lead us to the second level of the temple. Okay, this is it. But what do we have in the next area? So no bonus damage on those. The Inferno Mages. Faster start of energy shield recharge. We do chaos damage. It should be bypassing energy shield. I don't see why it wouldn't. Don't have to worry about the mod at all. Unless it's working somewhat differently. Okay, that is an elite. Remove strength requirements.
Oh, it's a ripe one.
Somewhat useless, honestly, unless you're trying to do something with socket colors that would be otherwise too difficult. Because after all, the socket colors depend on the stat requirements. Tujin. Only have time for Rog, honestly. And even then, probably more efficient to just ignore them. And only do these league mechanics after we reach maps. Can't do much crafting here anyway. That is done. Grab the recipe before you defeat him.
I need more mana.
Yeah, we need more mana. So the orb is ours. Our golem is
I'll soon
dead.
take this power for my own.
Level 60. I know that the blood aqueducts are level 61, which means we're honestly where we want to be.
My courageous hawk removes yet another snake from the long grass.
And one more skill
Be
point.
well.
Mate.
Somewhat close to 61. Damage and multiplier. No, we're gonna sell these.
Bring me back something nice, huh?
So the orb we're going to need to progress to Act 9. Those, not anymore. Cannot get any more skill points. We could... Oh, we don't really have to go through the concourse at all. What kind of waypoint is this?
When I'm ready, and not before.
Come on. Oh, and what about this area? More damage? Let's apply this. Honestly, these are all horrible. The ribbons, no. Maybe the scouts. Let's apply it on the scouts. I don't like any of these options.
I preferred the old look.
Knowing the witch, I would say this line should play on the second level. The second level of the Lunaris Temple had a certain charm. You know, the rivers of blood, the cries for help, the screams. Chance to drop Jeweler's Orbs. Can apply this on the concubines. The density is higher, so maybe on the elites. The region is fine. The ribbons maybe. Adrenaline, no.
When I'm ready, and not before.
But now we are on the second level. And that is level 3. We only need to find one more module with stairs, but usually 2. Consecrated ground, hinder aura. So these are the cell blocks. The exit could be here, honestly. We're looking for these double doors. And where can we go? Okay, we can go up. And there should be the blue teleportation portal.
Lunaris, your secrets will soon be mine.
Let's confront the two goddesses. You can see a pile of sulfite.
Another good find.
We're gonna need these for future delving.
Nicely, Exile.
Harbor Bridge. Come on, we're almost there. Ribbon, statues, fanatics. There's a bit of everything. So these two orbs, statue is active. Place the totem as always. Stay behind her because you're not gonna get hit by these spear attacks. One of the deadliest ones.
Solaris, Lunaris.
So chainmail shields, the spirit shield.
Eclipse cold pride, flaming rage, and pass beyond this human age.
Sun and moon return to their rightful places.
And we have two Pantheon powers.
Your energies flow through my veins now. Thank you for distracting each other like fools.
And the Blood Aqueduct. I really want to see what we're gonna encounter here. Make sure the annoying revenants are not affected. I don't even see them on the list. And maybe on the vanguards. Fevered clots. Okay, so these are what? Blood clots? Sin is waiting in Highgate. Nico is going to pick all these up. Was not expecting to be halfway full on sulfite. But even if we are full, I'm not gonna bother with Delve at this point.
Ready and not before.
We really need to progress. We're about, I want to say, 34 hours into the league. We're spamming all these abilities.
Another good find.
Corundum flasks. Should have picked up the garb, but never mind about that now. There's a cast with a contract. Increased quality. Collected enough corpses that the game decided to give us a challenge. This is the Savant's robe. We're gonna level up everything. Let's do it as fast as we can. And this is it, Highgate. And we're level 62. So we're doing good. 1 point we can apply. Where can I apply this? Intelligence. Would like the area of effect. And I guess the health too. Evasion. Might even want to path towards Quickstep.
Remember, humanity needs us.
So June is here. I'm not going to keep these 4 links at this point. Only the robe and those we can probably get rid of. This one is okay. Questionable, but
I am Jun Ortoy, of the sun-scorched plains of Vestiri. I am investigating the disappearance of several prominent exiles. I have surreptitiously been observing your movements for some time. The way you slew the monster beneath this mountain tells me you are suitable for the task I must ask of you. Scattered across the plains and mountains are small fortifications I believe to be Immortal Syndicate outposts. They have posted guards along their perimeters, so we must be cautious. Keep your eyes sharp.
You can gripe all you want, lover. We can't stay here. Not with all this blood.
Oh, they don't know. I can see on your face you haven't heard.
It's
sure.
Kira. She's gone mad.
Absolutely bonkers.
She's abducted a Yun.
Stolen off with her into the desert. And to make matters worse...
The whole of Highgate is in a state of disarray. There's beast blood in the water.
Usurpers are eyeing up the throne.
And the old gods have risen. If you want my advice, get out of Highgate.
You must have encountered men and women like us before.
Relic hunters.
Collectors of rare antiquities.
So these 2 lunatics are doing fine. Yeah, this place is in better days.
Yes?
Can I purchase anything useful? Chaos damage time multiplier and spell damage. Something tells me this is going to be much better than the +1 to Chaos spell skill gems. The implicit modifier is kind of useless, but still. It was a good roll. 101 to mana. %9 increased cast speed. So we're gonna sell what we can. These 2 we can really sell. But what can you do?
See ya.
And wait just a moment. So the tooltip is let's say 8.2 chaos damage per second. With those, it's going to be 8.9. That is more than 10% more damage. with the current gear. Fire resistance? Yeah. It is a problem. Oh, and you know what? We can craft a bit of life here. Let's do that before we end the episode. So we're ready for the next part. So, hideout. Right, we need one red socket, but never mind about that right now. This one could use some extra life. 27, sure. No, I think we're doing fine. Where can I craft fire resistance, though? So I guess nowhere? Maybe here, but... do I have a regal orb? No, I do not. So how is this going to work without a regal? Can I craft on this ring, maybe? Yeah, I can. 21 to 28. So it should be 5%, between 5% and 12%. Okay, so the life is going to be slightly better. 28. Okay, that was a lucky craft. $73. Yeah, we can live with that. Maybe the cold resistance can go. Where did I craft cold resistance? Nowhere. Maybe the lightning. No, you know what? We can survive with 73% fire res. And we can place that right here. The ring we can also use on future characters. And the markers, we can check the affinity and place them. Yeah. So that is it. We are done. We have back 9 ahead of us. I think this is the place where we're gonna do a bit of grinding for levels. We didn't leave anything behind that we did not complete. We need to accompany June in the desert for the Immortal Syndicate, but we can do all these as we slowly progress to Act 9. I'm not sure if I'm going to head back to the Blood Aqueducts. I do like the quarry. A lot of density and also plenty of magic monsters. We're gonna figure it out. The foothills are also very popular, even though I never liked them as much. Karui tattoos. Omens. Maybe we can test these out too. For now though, I'm going to end the recording. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next part with Path of Exile Act 9.